MMA star Conor McGregor accused of sexual assault by hairdresser. The international sports community and public have been closely following a shocking civil case in Ireland. At the center of the case is Conor McGregor, one of the brightest stars in mixed martial arts, MMA. The case has drawn particular attention as plaintiff Nikita Hand, a hairstylist, has officially gone to court with serious allegations about an incident allegedly occurring in December 2018. According to court records and Hand's detailed testimony, the story began on December 8, 2018, during a Christmas party. Hand testified that during the workplace party, she participated in typical party activities, including drinking alcohol and using cocaine. Notably, Hand and McGregor were not strangers, according to lawyer John Gordon. They knew each other through a mutual friend group. The events of the fateful night began when McGregor offered to take Hand and her friend to a nearby hotel. Given their existing acquaintance and the party atmosphere, this offer initially seemed unremarkable. However, according to Hand's testimony, subsequent events took an unexpected and frightening turn. Upon reaching the penthouse room of Hotel B in Dublin, Hand described the situation quickly becoming uncomfortable. In emotional testimony, she stated, "I tried to talk to him, explain that I didn't want to have sex and had no such intention, but he completely refused to accept the rejection." This was a crucial point in the story, when the line between consent and coercion began to blur. Hand continued to describe an increasingly violent situation, where she was physically restrained. According to her testimony, McGregor used his physical strength to pin her to the bed, creating a situation where she felt completely helpless. Hand said she couldn't breathe and felt her only defense was to bite him. "He didn't like that. So he turned back and held my neck and shoulders tight," she recounted. Hand stated that at this point she was paralyzed. "I couldn't move. I stared at the bedpost and thought about my daughter, thinking I was going to die," she said. "I thought I would never see my daughter again." She then accused McGregor of stripping her clothes and raping her. She said she later woke up in a panic, worried about not having contacted her partner. She texted her boyfriend saying she was having a great time, but Hand told the court she did this because she didn't want to worry him. When McGregor left, Hand stayed in the hotel room with the second defendant, James Lawrence, from Rafters Road in Drimna, Dublin. "I remember breaking down then," she said. "It all came flooding back when I looked at my arm. I said, you all turn a blind eye to what Conor does to women." Hand claimed Lawrence responded, "I can't believe I'm in this room when this happened to you." She added that he tried to comfort her and ordered her a burger and chips. One of the most important elements supporting Hand's testimony was medical evidence from Dr. Daniel Keem, a gynecologist and forensic examiner. His court testimony provided crucial details about Hand's physical and mental state after the incident. According to Dr. Keem, when examining Hand, he found her trembling, crying, and with multiple injuries on her body. These signs were considered consistent with descriptions of a sexual assault. A major point of contention in the case was Hand's admission that she had asked family and friends to delete messages related to the incident. When questioned about this action by McGregor's lawyers, Hand explained it was a reaction due to paranoia and fear of confronting someone as famous as McGregor. However, the absence of this digital evidence has created a significant gap in the chain of evidence. Another complicating factor was the security camera footage shown in court. The footage showed McGregor leaving the hotel alone, while Hand and James Lawrence, another defendant in the case, remained. Particularly notable were scenes showing interaction between Hand and Lawrence in the elevator, including seemingly intimate moments. A few days after the alleged assault, Hand told a colleague and later her mother about the alleged attack. She sought treatment at a hospital and began contacting the Dublin Rape Crisis Center. However, when she reported the assault to police later, she was told Lawrence claimed to have had sexual intercourse with her that night at the hotel. "I was shocked. I didn't remember any of that," Hand told the court. "I thought James was looking after me and he's saying things like that." The court was shown surveillance footage of McGregor leaving the hotel around 1800 hours Greenwich Mean Time that Sunday, while Hand and Lawrence left at 22:17 Greenwich Mean Time. In some surveillance footage, Hand and Lawrence appeared barefoot, holding drinks and struggling to return to the room from the hotel elevator. Hand cried and trembled when the footage was played, saying she didn't remember being in the elevator or parking lot. The court was told that since the alleged attack, Hand has been unable to work due to mental health issues and is living on disability benefits. She said her relationship with her partner ended months later. She had to move out of her home, and is currently in mortgage arrears. The court also heard that she had spent over €4,000, €3.331, on GP, pharmacy, and psychological costs but had stopped seeing counselors as she could no longer afford it. The court was told the woman suffered serious injuries, including bruising and discoloration along her hand and wrist, a bloody scratch on her chest, and neck pain after being choked by McGregor. McGregor's lawyers stated that what occurred between them was consensual. When questioned by her lawyer John Gordon SC, she said she was disappointed and sad when the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, decided not to prosecute either defendant after she complained to Irish police, and told officials she felt she was treated differently because one of the suspects was famous. Before this civil case went to court, there had been a criminal investigation into Hand's allegations. However, in 2020, Ireland's Public Prosecution Office decided not to prosecute, citing insufficient evidence for a reasonable prospect of conviction. This decision led Hand to pursue justice through civil channels. McGregor's side has strongly responded to the allegations. His spokesperson issued a detailed statement emphasizing that after a thorough police investigation, including interviews with multiple sources, witness statements, and security camera checks, the allegations were completely dismissed. They assert that the plaintiff knows well that events contradict the allegations in this lawsuit. The current lawsuit isn't McGregor's first legal issue. In 2019, he was fined by a Dublin court for assaulting a man in a pub, an incident captured on video and shown in court. In that case, McGregor pleaded guilty and promised similar incidents wouldn't recur. That same year, he also faced allegations of smashing a fan's phone outside a Miami Beach hotel, although initially charged with felony robbery and criminal mischief. These charges were later dropped after the victim stated they didn't believe McGregor truly intended to cause harm. One of the most notable incidents occurred in 2018, when McGregor pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct after throwing a handcart at a UFC fighter's bus at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. This incident injured someone in the vehicle and led to McGregor completing 5 days of community service, attending anger management programs, and compensating the bus company for damages. Although McGregor has overcome many controversies in the past and even seemed to make them part of his personal brand, the current civil case could have particularly serious consequences. The nature of the allegations, involving sexual violence rather than ordinary violence, could create deeper impacts on his public image. McGregor, who once held championships in both featherweight and lightweight divisions, hasn't competed in the UFC since 2021. The outcome of this lawsuit could significantly affect his ability to return to the octagon as well as future commercial opportunities. This civil case, expected to continue for the next 2 weeks, is drawing special attention not only from the sports world but from the general public. It raises important questions about power, celebrity privilege, and the pursuit of justice in sensitive cases. The case's outcome could have far-reaching implications not only for those directly involved but for the entire mixed martial arts industry and how society deals with similar allegations in the future.